The Detroit Lions, as it stands today, have a major need at cornerback on their roster. Players haven't played well opposite Darius Slay, and it's time for the team to finally solve the need one way or another. Either in the NFL draft or free agency, the Lions could be expected to be a player for cornerbacks to help supplement their defensive roster, and Greedy Williams has been one of the names casually linked to Detroit in recent months given his status as one of the top prospects. Still, Williams might not be the best fit for what Detroit wants to do given his tackling deficiencies, and that's something which Dave Burkett of the Detroit Free Press noted in a recent piece. But if not Williams, which cornerbacks fit the mold of what the Lions want to do in their defensive backfield under Matt Patricia? Speaking with NFL Network analyst Daniel Jeremiah, some interesting thoughts were presented. Here's a look at some of the names and the key conclusion about what the Lions could be looking for in terms of a corner. Jeremiah said it's not impossible for Williams to correct some of his tackling issues. Slay, for example, is someone who's become a more willing tackler over the course of his NFL career. But that's something Williams will have to convince teams he's willing to do at the Combine this week and over the next month or so when he travels the country for team visits. Jeremiah said there are other cornerbacks who might better fit what the Lions are looking for early in the draft. Georgia's DeAndre Baker fits that mold, Jeremiah said, and could be a high first-round pick. Temple's Rock Ya-Sin, Vanderbilt's Joejuan Williams and Michigan State's Justin Lane are others who probably could be had on day 2 of the draft. Detroit also has free agency with which to work and could find a veteran player either there or in a trade in order to help patch a hole on defense that has been ongoing for a few years. The Lions have teased Tabor they're expecting to get bigger results out of him in the future. It seems prospects with some length that can run and step up is the archetype the Lions have. The Lions have plenty of holes on their team to address this draft period, and it just so happens a few of their biggest are spots where top-end talents could be had. The defensive line and defensive backfield have several stud players who figure to be around early in the draft, and those are two spots where the Lions could figure to need instant upgrades. Detroit also has needs at tight end, perhaps at wideout, and also depth spots on the offense and defense. They also have plenty of draft picks with which to work. The Detroit Lions are pushing into the off-season. Stay up to date with everything. Take 5 seconds to sign up for our free Lions newsletter now. Combined with a young linebacking group, there is a hope that the Lions could turn into one of the NFL's more elite groups on defense if they are able to continue the arrow trending upward. Certainly, as these cases show, there is reason for hope that could soon be the case, as they've already got a nice place to start with some solid and budding talents on the field. Getting a high draft pick into the mix will help this turnaround further. Interestingly enough, many early mocks have had the Lions looking elsewhere than along the defensive front. Cornerback has also been alluded to as one of the team's bigger draft needs coming up. Detroit's next draft, whatever pick they might land, is going to have to be heavy defensively and also at some of the offensive skill positions. Being able to find a corner is a huge goal, and it's clear the Lions might have a specific type to remember.